Hello, this is going to be a tutorial for the Kamino clip here in the room before the Django fight. I'm going to be talking about this assuming you have Obi-Wan on player 1, because that is the way to optimally play this room. So, okay, thank you T-Fresh. So, you know, the first thing you want to do is you want to grab the power-up with Obi-Wan, and while you're doing this, have R4 head towards the door. R4 is literally just going to go towards this corner of the door that I'm walking at, and then he's just going to stand there. And you'll see, I'll do this a little slowly so you can get an idea, but that's where he's just going to stand right there. Now Obi-Wan, let me kill some of these. Obi-Wan's going to stand up against this pile. He's going to force it up to the ceiling, and then tap right. And then you're going to swap the players, and he should die. And now that you're out of bounds, you just want to go nudge yourself like forward and left until you fall. So I'll show you guys that again. Obviously when you do it slower it looks a little different, but grab the power up, R4 is going to go to the door. You would have ghost hearts at this point, and so when you swap you'll be at 1 heart, not at whatever number of hearts R4 has right now, but up here make sure you force it quite a bit. Close to all the way to the ceiling, but not quite. And then, like I said before, nudge around up left. This does have an input viewer in case you guys are confused. And then I go for a little slash at the end there, but that's just a feel thing if you know where to slash. So a couple other things. I can't really show you this with the way that I'm doing this in Brickbench, but I'll just keep doing it and explain some stuff. So if you are to actually not get rid of your ghost hearts, like if you swap here and let's say P2 still had ghost hearts, which can happen sometimes, then you're just gonna do 2 more swaps, and then that should get rid of the ghost hearts, like pretty much every time. I'll talk a little bit more about the out of bounds movement. You want to make sure his head is not poking through the door, and once that his head is no longer visible, that's when you can tap pretty much just left, and then obviously saw I tapped up a little bit, but you don't really need to do that. One other thing, and I'll show you guys here if I actually am able to do it, but I will show you guys the backup for missing the clip, and it's really, really important that you guys do this. So I'm just going to go for the clip, and I'm going to intentionally miss it, and then I'll show you guys how to do the backup that doesn't lose an obscene amount of time. So let's say you just don't force it enough, go like that, and you don't clip. You want to swap again, same strat, and when you swap again you should have the power up on P1, and then you do the exact same thing to get rid of that power up. Oh, I hit the cutscene there, which I think is a good example of that. Shows you how close the cutscene is, so try not to move forward too much when you're doing the trick, otherwise you will hit the cutscene and it is you know, sizable time loss. So that's the general idea with this. I'll show you one more time, and I will explain one more quick thing while I'm doing this. So you want to make sure that when you walk over there, you are walking all the way up to the panel and then tapping right. If you move right, like you saw I just did, oh wow, I still got out of bounds somehow, but if you move right too much, then you're actually not going to clip. And you'll have to experiment with this a little bit, but that's the basic idea of it. It's not too complicated. Hopefully that helped.